What's up, guys? And today I'm going to be teaching you how to set up site on border. Boom, 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 boom. Load it into border. Let's set it up. So yes, I spawned as an attacker, but I am going to use a shotgun to go set up site, and any walls that I punch are going to be called reinforcements. Now that we're approaching site, you got to remember that some of these walls do not need to be opened. All of them are preference based. Now I'm going to have few holes here as normal. There's going to be a reinforcement on this wall. This is going to have head holes as well. There's going to be a mirror right here at crouch height, so you could throw some C4 over, or if you are going to play the mirror, you want to reinforce the wall fully, and then sit right here and shoot the mirror at crouch height so people can't plant. Come over here and get these walls. You're going to have head holes here. You're going to reinforce this wall, and then you're going to reinforce this wall. And then you're going to place the head holes here and not really be peeking this because you are on defense, but just be aware that it is open, and that is what you're opening. Then you're going to want to have feet holes, top metal. And then you might even want to have a rotate right here, top 90 into CCTV, depending on if you have a CCTV player. Just so it's a lot easier to get into sight, and then this wall would also be reinforced, and then this wall as well would also be reinforced, just so the player inside of CCTV doesn't really get wall banged as likely from either direction, from break room and or from 90. That's to protect your player. And lastly, you're always going to want these three walls reinforced, the 1 and then the 2 and 3. And if not, you can have a mirror set up on this wall right here and have this wall be soft and even open it and play with the mirror. But if you're going to open it like that, have it just be feet holes, so the person here doesn't see that it's a mirror and you see them, and it's a free one-way. I've also seen people play with this open like this, and they just like sit back like this, but I personally do not do that. I like this to be a full wall. I like to sit back here and wait for them to show up here. Use this canister if I have to and rotate out. Now here's how to set up another site. We're going to head downstairs. Now that we're on the downstairs tellers and bathroom site, you're going to want to have a rotate inventory device right here close to the window. Just about crouch height. You don't really want it to be too big because then you'll get a big view into the bathroom. Just you want it to be a pretty small hole here. You don't really want to expose too much of sight. Then you're going to want to have head holes here, typically for a drop of the hatch, and then rotate here, and these would all be reinforced. This would be head holes for workshop players. Then all the way over here, by the way, these would probably be shot open too, realistically, and then these walls are all barricaded off, like they're all reinforced, all 4 of them. As you can see, all 4 of them, and then you would castle this door off. You would come over here and you would also then castle this door, and then castle this door, and then castle this door, and then have feet holes for the jump in of this window. And then have frost mats right here and reinforce this wall and this wall. But I don't know about like this part right here too, but I always have it at least on this single wall right here. Have some feet holes right here. Not a reinforcement, just feet holes. You can reinforce this single wall. I don't always, but it is a good choice if you're going to be playing like the stall per se. I wouldn't always do it though. Never really go this site. I usually go ventilation. So let's go over there and let's do the actual warm-up for this one, because that site's kind of a random site. You really shouldn't go there. This side, you're going to want to have a rotate here. And then over here on this wall, if you're playing ventilation and server, you're going to want some head holes up here. It's going to look like so. Obviously, it's not going to be as big. It's going to be an average shotgun size hole. You might even reinforce this single wall if you'd like. But you do want head holes on either one side of these walls. It could be this one, it could be that one. It doesn't matter. You need head holes for this and for that door. Be careful of that. And don't forget, because if not, they'll get in sight and they'll plant real easy. It happens to me more often than I fucking would like it to. Also, you're always going to want to get the hatches for these sites as well. Remember that. Hatches always need to be reinforced. I don't know about this one. This one could be like a getaway hatch for like somebody playing upstairs in Armory. It could be like an escape route where they literally are just like, oh, it's getting too heated up here. Oh, get away, you know. But think about it in a way of using your utility and this setup to benefit yourself. Don't just do it because I showed you. Do it and use it. If you're not going to use it, Don't set it up. That's the real thing I'm telling you. If you're not going to use a setup, don't set it up. It's better to have the walls be closed than open if there's no setup. Alright, that's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Draft Tim's out. Peace.